others, and yourself. It's a declaration that your faith is not negotiable, that your values are not for sale. And just like Bilal, radiallahu anh, your resilience speaks louder than any words ever could. Your unwavering commitment inspires others to reflect on their own choices, their own paths. It challenges them to ask questions they might otherwise avoid. So when you feel the weight of judgment or the sting of isolation, remember that these struggles aren't just hardships. They're opportunities to grow, to deepen your faith, and to inspire those around you. Each time you stand firm, you're not just holding your ground. You're creating ripples of change in a world that desperately needs it. And most importantly, Allah sees your struggles, and He is the one who rewards perseverance. Reason 4. Your presence challenges the status quo. In a world that often celebrates superficiality and instant gratification, living a life of depth and purpose can feel like a quiet revolution. Your choices, choosing modesty over extravagance, humility over arrogance, and faith over fleeting pleasures, stand in stark contrast to the norms around you. This difference doesn't go unnoticed. People may not always say it, but your presence can be unsettling to those who haven't yet found their own grounding. Think about the story of Umar ibn al-Khattab, radiallahu anh. Before he embraced Islam, he was one of its fiercest opponents. Yet deep down, he was drawn to the strength and conviction of the Muslims. It wasn't their words that changed him, but their actions, their character, and their unshakable faith. When Umar, radiallahu anh, finally accepted Islam, his transformation became a beacon for others, showing that even the hardest of hearts can change when confronted with truth. Your life, guided by faith, serves as a reminder that there's more to existence than what meets the eye. It challenges others to reflect on their own lives, their own choices. This reflection can be uncomfortable, even painful, which is why it often manifests as judgment or criticism. But remember, their discomfort isn't about you, it's about what you represent. So when you feel out of place or misunderstood, take it as a sign that you're on the right path. You're not here to blend in. You're here to stand out, to be a light in the darkness, and to remind others of the greater purpose that we're all called to. Reason 5, you are a reflection of divine beauty. Lastly, let's talk about something profound. The light you carry isn't just a metaphor. It's real, and it's a reflection of the divine beauty that Allah has placed within you. Every time you choose kindness over cruelty, patience over anger, and faith over doubt, you're embodying qualities that are beloved to Allah. This light isn't something you can see, but others can feel it. It's what draws people to you, even if they don't understand why. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was described as a light for all of humanity. His character, his words, and his actions were so compelling that even his enemies couldn't deny his integrity. When people see you striving to emulate these qualities, it leaves an impression. It reminds them of what's possible when a person is connected to their Creator. But with this light comes responsibility. It's not just about being noticed. It's about using your presence to uplift others, to be a source of hope and guidance. Whether it's a simple smile, a kind word, or an act of generosity, your actions have the power to touch hearts in ways you may never realize. The Quran beautifully reminds us in Surah An-Nur 24:35, Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. The example of His light is like a niche within which is a lamp. The lamp is within glass. The glass as if it were a pearly white star lit from the oil of a blessed olive tree, neither of the east nor of the west, whose oil would almost glow even if untouched by fire. Light upon light. Allah guides to His light whom He wills. Your light, my dear brothers and sisters, is a reflection of this divine guidance. It's not meant to be hidden but to shine brightly, illuminating the path for yourself and others. A final reflection: embrace your purpose. As we wrap up this journey through the reasons why you might feel watched or judged, remember that this attention isn't random. It's a testament to the life you've chosen, a life of purpose, faith, and unwavering commitment. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. The next time you feel the weight of those lingering gazes or hear the whispers as you walk by, don't let them discourage you. Let them remind you of your unique role in this world. You're not just living for the present moment. You're striving for something eternal, And with every step you take on this path, you're drawing closer to Allah, who sees all, knows all, and rewards those who remain steadfast. So keep going. Keep being the stranger, the resilient one, the light bearer, because in a world that often loses its way, your presence is a reminder of the path back to Him. And that, my dear brothers and sisters, is a purpose worth living for. Imagine for a moment your heart steadfast, your actions reflecting a deeper strength, a strength not derived from the fleeting pleasures of this world, but rooted firmly in your connection with Allah. Now picture this. As people observe you, some may judge, others may try to pull you down, and many may remain silent, unsure of what to say. But know this, their judgments are fleeting, temporary like the wind that comes and goes. What remains eternal is your resilience, your steadfast faith, and your unyielding dedication to the truth. Take solace in the story of Bilal ibn Rabah, radiallahu anh, a man who endured immense trials but emerged with honor as the first muezzin of Islam. His resilience, born from faith, didn't just elevate his status in the sight of Allah. It inspired countless others to stand firm. Your perseverance, too, is not unnoticed by Allah. He sees, He knows, and He will reward you beyond measure. So when the world watches you, when they misunderstand or judge, let it remind you of the higher purpose for which you were created. Reason 4. Your choices challenge their comfort. Have you ever wondered why your seemingly simple choices can unsettle those around you? Imagine walking into a room filled with idle chatter, gossip flowing effortlessly. Yet instead of joining in, you choose to excuse yourself or gently redirect the conversation. The energy in the room shifts, doesn't it? Suddenly, the light-hearted banter feels less innocent, and you sense the weight of lingering eyes upon you. Why? Because your decision to uphold a higher moral standard becomes a mirror reflecting what they might be avoiding, the uncomfortable truth of their compromises. The Prophet Muhammad profoundly stated, "Whoever believes in Allah and the last day should speak a good word or remain silent." This simple yet powerful principle has the ability to transform interactions. Reflect on the story of Umar ibn al-Khattab, radiallahu anh. Before he accepted Islam, he was known for his formidable strength and unwavering loyalty to the traditions of his people. But when he embraced the truth, his transformation was so profound that it shook those around him. His life became a testimony to the power of conviction, challenging the status quo without force, but through steadfast belief. When you prioritize prayer over fleeting pleasures, modesty over extravagance, and righteousness over convenience, your actions echo a powerful message. You're not declaring superiority, but gently reminding others that there's a better way, a way aligned with truth and eternal success. This reminder can be unsettling for some, not because they dislike you, but because it forces them to confront their own choices. Yet it's important to remember that their discomfort is not your burden to carry. Your responsibility is to Allah alone. Surah Al-Ma'idah 5:105 reminds us, "O you who have believed, upon you is responsibility for yourselves. Those who have gone astray will not harm you when you have been guided. So let them watch. Let them question. Let their misunderstanding strengthen your resolve. Your life guided by faith becomes a silent yet powerful dawah, an invitation to something far greater than this dunya. Even if they don't grasp it now, know that Allah sees your sincerity and will reward your efforts in ways beyond human comprehension." Reason 5. Your silence speaks volumes. It's not always your words or actions that draw attention. Sometimes it's your silence. When provoked, you choose not to retaliate. When faced with drama, you walk away. And when people misunderstand you, you resist the urge to justify yourself. In a world where everyone is eager to voice their opinions and make their presence known, your silence becomes a thunderclap, a powerful statement that echoes louder than any words could. Consider this. How often have you chosen silence when defending yourself seemed justified? Not because you lacked the ability to respond, but because you understood the greater wisdom and restraint. The Prophet Muhammad had said, "The strong man is not the one who can overpower others in wrestling, but the strong man is the one who can control himself in a moment of anger." Your silence is not a sign of weakness. It is a testament to your strength. It shows that you value peace over petty disputes and self-restraint over impulsive reactions. This approach often confuses those who thrive on conflict. They may accuse you of being distant or aloof, but deep down, they recognize your strength and feel unsettled by it. Picture a scenario where someone makes a passive-aggressive comment in a gathering. Instead of responding, you smile gently and remain silent. That silence carries weight. It creates tension, not because you've lost the exchange, but because it highlights your composure, something they may lack. Surah Al-Mu'minun 23, 1-3 reminds us, successful indeed are the believers who humble themselves in their prayers and who avoid vain talk. So let your silence be your shield. Use it to guard your peace, protect your heart, and remain connected to Allah. In the end, it's not the noise of the world that defines you. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you're walking the path Allah has chosen for you. As you navigate the challenges of being watched, judged, or misunderstood, hold on to this truth. Their observations, opinions, and misunderstandings are not your burden to bear. Instead, they're opportunities to reflect the beauty of Islam through grace, patience, and unwavering strength. When you live for Allah's pleasure, every stare, every comment, and every trial becomes a reflection of the strength He knows you possess. So embrace your journey. Write in your heart the words, Ya Allah, guide me to always stay on the path you have chosen for me. Let this prayer not only reaffirm your commitment, but also inspire others to reflect on their own paths. And remember, the trials you face today are shaping you into a stronger, more resilient believer, someone ready to meet their Creator with a heart full of faith and a life full of purpose. May Allah bless you, guide you, and reward you abundantly. Keep striving, for the best is yet to come.